Hi guys, welcome back. Our video today is going to be a little bit different, a little slower moving than what we did a couple of days ago. We're going to focus on our strength, on making our bodies stronger, and also our flexibility in today's video. So we're going to get started, and we're going to start with some yoga style moves. If you do yoga, some of these moves are going to be a little bit different than what you do in your yoga class. It's just to make it safer for everybody that is going to give it a go at home. So we are going to start standing side on. We're going to take a really deep breath and reach towards the ceiling. Your hands come together and make your belly really strong and squeeze your back. And then from there you're going to breathe out, bending from your hips, come all the way down to the floor and let your head and shoulders relax. Take one leg and step it way back. This is our lunge position and it's going to warm up our hips. We're dropping down, then putting your hands on the floor. You're going to step your other foot back and press your hips really high and then press the heels back towards the floor. And then we roll our body forward. Again, make your belly really strong, and we'll start by taking your knees down onto the floor. Bend your elbows, come all the way down into your crocodile, and then take a big breath and squeeze your shoulders back and down. Press the floor away again, tuck your toes in, lift your hips and press everything backwards into your down dog. Bend your knees, take that same leg and step it forward, and again sink your hips nice and low so we stretch out our hips and make them warm. Step your back foot in, we come back into our forward fold, take our hands to our shins and come to what we call a tabletop. So try and get your shoulders in line with your hip, keep your belly strong, and then bend your knees a lot, take a really deep breath and reach again to the ceiling and press your hands together. We're going to do that 3 more times. Take a big breath in and reach, breathe out and fold. This time when we breathe in, opposite leg steps way back and we lift our chest, hands come down, we press back, breath in as you come forward. Breath out, bend your elbows. Breath in, squeeze your shoulders back and down. And then breath out, hips lift, up and back. Breathe in again, step your foot through. Breathe out, step your feet under hips, forward fold. And take a big breath in and we rise again, press your hands together. Let's do it 2 more times. I'm just feeling really strong this time. Drawing your belly in, making it strong. Step 1 foot back. See if you can get it a little bit further back. Make it longer this time. Then the other foot steps, and we're really going to press our heels down this time. So we feel a big stretch on the back of our legs. Take your body forward. And now feel really strong in your plank. So you can drop your knees if you need to. Otherwise you're going to keep them lifted and bend the elbows. Keep them really close to your body. Take a big breath, press the floor away, squeeze back of your body. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Bend your knees a lot and step your foot through. Sink your hips, lift your chest. Step the back foot. Take a big breath and press your palms together. Okay, let's do that 1 more time through. Take a really deep breath. Belly strong, exhale, inhale, step back, exhale, down dog, inhale to your plank, really strong body now, exhale, inhale, breathe out, press back, breathe in, step your foot through. Breathe out and fold. And 1 more big breath to finish. And exhale. Lovely. Give your legs a little shake. Right, so now that your body is a little bit warmed up, we're going to work on strength and we're going to work our legs in particular. So we're going to stand them nice and wide to begin with. So when you reach out your arms, your feet should be about the same distance apart as your wrists are. And then you're going to take your toes on 1 foot and point them to the wall and bend that same knee a lot. And if you're really strong and flexible, you should be able to get your knee in line with your hip, just like Aileen is doing, nice and low. And then we reach our arms really long, straight out from the shoulders. So hold here, Keep pressing your knee out. Keep your back leg straight. We're going to hold it for a few more seconds. Big breath in and out. Let your shoulders relax. And we're going to breathe in again, and this time straighten your legs. So give it a bit of a break. And then exhale and come down. Lovely. Take a big breath in, reach to the ceiling. And exhale and come back down. So let's extend that pose by reaching really long and taking your elbow to your knee. And then your back hand reaches overhead. And just keep that top shoulder tucked in behind. Keep your hip open and always keeping your belly nice and strong. Is that front leg getting a little bit tired?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Keep pressing your foot into the floor. We'll just hold it for a few more seconds, looking up to the ceiling. And then slowly come out. Press your foot away. We're going to come to the center. So your toes now, we're just going to point to the sides of the room. Bend your knees a lot. And you want to press your knees out here as well. So they're pretty much just over your ankles, definitely not falling inward. And you're going to feel that working the front of your legs or your thighs, and also the inside of your legs. Sit nice and low. Lift your chest up. And now take a big breath and reach to the ceiling. And exhale, take your hands behind and press them away. Keep pressing your knees out. Take a big breath up. And down. Will we do one more?
Yeah.
Yeah, take a big breath. And exhale, take your hands down. Hands on your thighs. Press your legs up. They starting to get tired?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's change the feet around. We're going to change onto the other leg now. Those toes pointing to the wall and the other toes pointing straight forward. Bend the knee a lot. That's it. Again, just check that your knee is over your ankle. You don't want it popping out in front. Nice long arms. Relax your shoulders. Nice work again. Holding it there for a few seconds. A little bit longer. Still with me? Take a big breath, reach up towards the ceiling. And breathe out and come down. One more breath. Breathe in. And out. Hold it there. See if you can go a little bit lower this time. And then we're going to be even stronger by reaching, taking your elbow to your knee, and top hand overhead. Keep your belly strong. Keep your knee pressing out. That's it. Nice work. Really stretch and open through the side of your body. And now come back into the center. Press away on your leg. We do one more of those squats to finish.
Okay.
Yep, in the center. So we're going to bend the knees a lot, press them out. So they're pretty much over your ankles again. Hands on your thighs. If your legs get way too tired, then just take a little break this time. Going to sit low and then take a big breath. Reach overhead. And come back down. Hands behind, press away. Your legs getting shaky yet, Irvine?
Yeah.
Yeah, and take a big breath, reach to the ceiling, and exhale. Hands come down, press away, and then slowly bring your feet back in, give them a little bit of a shake out. Yeah. Alright, well done guys. So next little exercises we're going to do are all about balance, so making you stand really tall and straight and making the centre of your body really strong. And this is good for kids and for grown-ups as well. I know some grown-ups that come to my class and will probably be showing off in their living room right now and doing the full extensions. You guys go for it if you know what to do. But me and Nadine are going to keep it with the low options today to get you guys started. So we're going to take our hands on our hips to begin with, and we're coming into what we call a tree pose. Your toes come to the floor, so that's option one. If you feel really wobbly here, then just stick with this one. But if you think you can challenge yourself a little bit more, you're going to take the sole of your foot to your calf. And then if you think you can go higher again, you're going to lift that foot above your knee and press it to the inside of your thigh. So when we're in this position, we keep our hips and our shoulders square, and then we squeeze all the muscles around our hips and also pull our belly button in towards our back. So we're really strong in the center of our body and just looking either straight out in front or to the floor, if that makes things a little bit easier. And you're just going to breathe. Take a really deep breath. See if you can reach your hands overhead. And once you're there, let your shoulders relax. Nice soft elbows. Keep squeezing your belly. See how long you can hold it. A few seconds more. Just breathe. And then slowly take your hands down and bring your foot to the floor. We're going to change legs, opposite foot, either on the ground, Eileen's doing a bit of extra stretching, to your calf, or to the inside of your thigh. And again, press the two together, trying to square your hips. So you're making your hips and your shoulders really square to the front of the room. Pull that belly button in again. Hands on hips and shoulders relaxed. And think about your breathing now, either looking at the floor or a little bit higher. Big breath, reach. And when you get to the top, breathe out and just relax your shoulders. See if you can hold this one for as long as you did on the other side. If you feel wobbly, think about your belly button again, pull it right into your back. And if you watch other people wobbling, you're probably going to fall over with them. That's okay. Okay, so come on down. Lovely. Give your legs a little bit of a shake out. And we're going to do one more balancing exercise, and it's called our dancer's pose. You take one hand and you're going to hold on to the foot on the same side. So strong belly, pull your belly button towards your back, and then we're going to bend our standing knee a little bit and start reaching forward. So everybody's going to be different here. You can stay quite tall if you need to, or if you feel like your balance is really good today, you can start pressing back and tipping a little bit further. Or maybe you can help the person standing next to you. Okay, lift your leg, opposite leg. That's it, and tip. So lots of ways to do that one. We'll change over, do it on the other side. So whichever arm is working, the leg on the same side is going to work as well. And we tip from the hip and then reach forward. So those of you that are really steady, try pressing your foot into your hand a little bit more and tipping further. And remember your strong belly again. And just take a couple of breaths here. And then slowly come back in. So that's all our standing exercises done. We're now just going to do a few stretches for our hips and the side of our body. Especially if you've been doing a lot of sitting and watching TV, these are nice ones to get your body moving again and get it nice and flexible. So come on down to the floor, and you're going to take your soles of your feet together to begin with, and then let your knees drop out as much as you can. So some people might be quite high, especially if your hips are tight, and you might need to take your hands behind for a little bit of balance, but otherwise you're going to let those knees drop out and keep sitting nice and tall with your shoulders back and down. And then once you've got to that point, see if you can open your feet up the way you would open a book and look to the soles of your feet. That's lovely. Let your knees drop out. And sometimes if you squeeze your butt a little bit, it actually does help you stretch your hips even more. It does work. So take one more big breath here, right down into your belly. And then exhale, let your hips relax and let your shoulders relax. Next stretch, and Aoibhinn is definitely better at this one than me. So let's get into it. You're going to take your legs really wide and then just let your feet drop out to the side a little bit. Again, draw your belly in so we're sitting nice and tall, but make sure your legs are wide enough that you can feel a stretch in your hips. And we're just going to sit tall to begin with. Think about the back of your body. See if you can get it nice and straight and strong. That's lovely. Aoibhinn is showing me up. From there we're going to come over into a side bend. So we take one hand and pop it on top of your leg and then do a big twist and bend through the side of your body. So right here you want to feel a bit of a stretch through your ribs and still feeling a stretch in your hips, and press your knees down into the floor. How's Aoibhinn getting on with that? Yeah. So holding that stretch. Just think about your breath when you're here. See if you can breathe into the side of your body. So make your ribs as big as you can, and then when you breathe out, everything relaxes See if you can go a little bit further into your stretch. One more breath. And exhale. Very slowly come through the center, and then we're going to reach to the other side. Reaching all the way over. Big breath in. Exhale out. And keep twisting, looking towards the ceiling. Couple of more breaths. And last one. And exhale. Very slowly again, come to the center. Nice work. Our last stretch for our hips and our last exercise for today is our swan pose. So where your feet are now, you're just going to bend your knees and take the feet in a little bit so they're flat on the floor. Hands come behind, and then you're going to drop your knees towards the side of the room. That's it. And we're going to square off the front and the back knee. This hand here comes out in front. And for lots of people, this is going to be enough of a stretch. Make sure that you keep on squaring your body. Keep looking to the side. But if you are a little bit more flexible in your hips, you can come into what we call a swan pose. And that means bringing your heel in towards your hip, and then nice and slowly just edge your foot back and see if you can tuck your knee and all your toes underneath, and then square your hips again. Strong belly, belly button to back. This is easy again for Aoibhinn, I think. Yeah. And just take your hands out in front so that you've got some balance. Breathe out, keep relaxing. And let's see if we can walk our hands forward. So you can either go nice and low like Aoibhinn, or if you're still in your 90-90 with your knees, you can still walk your hands forward, but you might want to stay a little bit higher. And just hold here, whatever feels best for you. Okay, 2 deep breaths here. Remember to relax all your muscles when you breathe out. And we go again. Lovely. Walk your hands in. Right back to where we started that move. Our feet are flat on the floor, knees are bent. And now we're going to drop them to that side. And twist. Lovely. And remember again just to open up your front foot to begin with and bend the back knee. And then square your hips. And if that feels okay, if that feels comfortable, then you can challenge yourself a little bit more and pull your heel in, extend your back leg, and come into your swan pose. Keep your chest lifted up to begin with, belly in. How's everything doing? Good, good. And then when you're ready, take a really deep breath. And as you breathe out this time, you're going to walk your hands forward again. And just let your whole body relax into the stretch, just like Aoibhinn is doing now. You can stay there, Aoibhinn. So you can hold that one for just a little bit longer, couple of more breaths, let your whole body stretch out, and that's your little bit of strength and flexibility for today. Thanks for watching us again today. We are uploading all of the videos onto YouTube, so just search on YouTube for Aura Fitness Cork, and if you want to go back and do any of them again or do them a couple of times over, that's great. We'd love to hear your feedback as well, so let us know what you think and what you might want more of. See you all soon.